Ba-boom, boom, wow, I think we're live. We're gonna wait for some people to come on in. Just gonna wait for you, few peoples. Oh yeah, boy. What's up, guys? What's up, boys? Real soon, boys. You guys are now just joining. Just understand that this won't be public afterwards, so let's have some fun. I'm also posting this to Facebook. Make sure you guys head on over to Facebook, boys. If you have any questions, we'll answer them. What's up, Mark? Mark. I actually got mail too, so today's a mail call. Today's also a mail call and a how to get over your fear of leaning, boys. We're gonna get there real quick. Once again, if you are watching this on Facebook, congrats. Thank you for being on my Facebook. Those on YouTube, if you're watching this, it's going to go unlisted after the stream, so you won't be able to find it unless you have the link. But if you want to rewatch the beginning, please go to my Facebook. It will be there public for everybody to see. Boys. All right. I think we're good. I think we got enough peoples. You guys all good? Let's do a quick transition. Boom. No more music. Shazam! What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. Normally I would be saying if you're new to the stream and you're watching this after the stream has gone live, this is called a rebroadcast. I did my stream earlier. But here's the thing. We're going to be testing something out for all of the next 4 weeks, probably the next 20 streams. Is what we're doing is if you're watching this on Facebook, that means you've watched it after we've gotten live. So I'm doing a dual broadcast, doing a dual stream to Facebook and YouTube. YouTube will stay unlisted after the fact, so all my live streams will be unlisted, so less notifications for everybody. And then on Facebook, that's where all my live streams will be open to the public for everybody. So make sure you guys check out my Facebook. It's the same thing, facebook.com/DanDanTheFireman. I'm actually live over there too, so if you want to swing on by, there you go. So what we're going to be talking about today's main topic, and I'll get a clip out of it, is we're going to be talking about how to get over your fear of leaning. And really, this is mainly the fear of anything on the motorcycle. I'm actually going to look up the fear definition because I want to get it straight from the horse's mouth. What's up, Dwayne? Maori? Hey, how you guys doing? I'm definitely going to be paying attention to you guys. Don't worry. We're going to get over some of this stuff. I just want to say I have access to chat with everyone, even on Facebook. So if you're watching this on Facebook and you say something, it's going to be in the chat also. Hi, everyone. So that is going to the Facebook chat. Let's double check. Boys. We will see. All right. Okay. Here we go. We are doing this. Making sure it's displaying. Okay, relay between all chats. Perfect. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get this going. Let's go ahead and talk about this stuff. So like I said, if you're on Facebook, you can still chat with everybody, I believe. Okay, so we're going to talk about the fear of leaning. Let's just talk about what fear is. Let's use the actual. Hey, see you at Facebook. Hey, how you doing, Ellie? How you doing? So let's jump into what fear actually is: an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or threat. So an unpleasant emotion caused by belief, guys, by that someone or something is dangerous. So that's a little scary. That's a little scary. I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, that's what fear is, right? That's what fear is. See, look at there's the Restream bot is doing its job there on YouTube. It's posting everybody's comments and everything. So that's really cool that you guys can still chat with each other. So, how you doing? How you doing? I'll go ahead and say heyo to everybody. So fear, how do you normally get over fear? Fear is one of those things that can happen for anything. It can happen to, I use working out as an example for a lot of stuff. So like, let's say you go to the gym, and you might not have been there in a while. You have no experience. You have no idea what's going on. So you show up and you have a lot of fear. You have a lot of fear of what people are worried about. You know, you're worried about, other people looking at you. You don't know what you're doing yourself. You just have this anxiety, this fear. The Infinity Ride, I don't have a fear of leaning, but I used to, and I still kind of do once I take a break. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of talk about how to get over that. And I use that example of working out is because once you get experience, once you actually go to the gym and let's say you've been working out for 12 weeks or you got a personal trainer or something like that and they've helped you out, you're not scared anymore of the gym. You don't have that fear. It was irrational. And some of the fears of leaning is irrational because if you have good tires, good suspension, all that stuff, good body posture, you'd be surprised what your bike can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of that. You have fear of drinking too much, dirty D's. So what you can do for anything that is involved, and this is the fear of dropping your bike or fear of leaning, fear of riding fast on the interstate, fear of traffic. These are all these things that you can actually practice in a parking lot. So free up a morning, get a cooler, fill it with some water or snacks if you can. Obviously if you're going to take a bike to the place, hopefully somebody else can drive there. So make it like a half day thing with some friends if you want. Or you can just, go there on your bicycle and stuff. So what you can do is you can go to a parking lot. You can practice leaning. So we're going to use leaning as an example, but this is what you can do for anything, especially on the motorcycle. But we're going to use leaning as an example because I know a lot of people are scared to lean the bike a little bit. So that's what we're going to talk about. So what you want to do is just go there with no expectations other than learning. So if you're going to go there with a bicycle, cool. If you're going to do that, you're going to go on your own bike, even better because now you're practicing like you're playing. So go to a parking lot and practice some figure eights. Expect yourself to go super far. We're going to practice low speed stuff. Do some figure eights, do some U-turns. They're going to be wide. Maybe try to go in a circle and see how tight you can make the circle. Start realizing that you're going to have to lean the bike. You're going to have to lean off the bike. All these different things. And don't try to go fast. Don't expect yourself to be like, within 5 minutes I should have this. Okay. Don't be like, hey, I'm going to go to this parking lot and I should understand this stuff right away. It's not going to happen. And if it does, good for you. But a lot of times it doesn't do that. So once again, I'd like to say hi to everybody on Facebook and everybody on the YouTubes. How you doing? So it's not going to happen quick. So don't go there with that expectation, because if you go there with that expectation, you're not going to be happy about it. Because if something is causing issues, if you are not getting it right away, it's just going to feed into that fear. It's going to feed into that doubt and feed into the issues, the self-confidence that you have. Eleanor Brooks, you would lean your body on a cruiser too. Definitely lean your body on a cruiser. You want to lean more, Bob, you want to lean more of your bike. More of your body than the bike. And I'll talk more about that. So definitely you want to get there with no expectations and try to ride within like 80% of your ability. So try super duper hard, but don't push yourself so bad that it might cause an issue. It might cause you to drop the bike. Because if you drop the bike, it's definitely going to be a hurt to your ego. It's going to be a hurt to your, it's going to add to your fear and all that stuff. So definitely ride your own ride about 80% of what you're doing. And just remember, the bike can always lean more. The bike can always do more. So with your fear, the more training you get, the more experience you get, the easier things are going to be coming. It's going to be smoother. You're going to get to it quicker. on my way to Walmart. Anyone need anything? Nope. Awesome play. I'm good. What's up, Tuz from San Diego? How you doing? So definitely just go to the parking lot, practice, take a class, because I use the example of people going to the gym and getting a trainer. So for the first 12 weeks, they're with a trainer. Maybe the first 6 months they're with a trainer. So they have somebody there showing them the ropes. They're not scared. Somebody else is kind of taking part of the responsibility. You're learning. You're just in a learning environment. You're not there trying to create something and then learn from your own mistakes. You're learning right away what's really good. Another thing, that's one thing you can do is with motorcycling, you can get yourself your own version of a trainer, which is an MSF rider coach. So go take an MSF course. You might be a little bit nervous about leaning, so take an MSF course, express your feelings, express the issues that you're having, and then at the end of the day, it might be to the point where you don't need to lean so much. You can learn different techniques. Somebody out here was saying that lean the bike more than the body. There's videos that I've done that talk about how to do the proper motorcycle lean. I do it on my cruiser. I do it on Nikki's Rebel 500, which is a cruiser. And you definitely want to lean your body more so than the bike. You want to keep your bike more upright because that way your suspension works that way. Your suspension works going up and down, not side to side so much. So you'll also have more traction on the tires when you do it that way. But that's a whole nother topic. We're talking mainly of fear and how do you get over your fear of leaning, of stopping quicker, of traffic, of doing a U-turn, left-hand turns, right-hand turns, whatever your fear is on the motorcycle. Just remember, it's just a fear. It's just something that it's a belief that something is dangerous. And doing a U-turn, leaning, if you do it too crazy, if you go way too hard, without the proper skill, yeah, it can be dangerous. But here's the thing. You can go really far into a lean at a slow speed, at a high speed, whatever speed, with the proper training, proper tire maintenance, proper everything. It's pretty safe. And it's just a matter of you getting the practice in, the experience in, the riding in, and that's what's important. So the best way to do that is to do it safely, obviously, and work your way up. If you're at about a 40% comfortability leaning, well, let's get you up to closer to a I'm sorry. I'm reading the chat too. I get distracted very quick. The more experience you have in what you're doing, the easier things become. The more confident you become, the better things start moving. Things are smoother. You're getting faster, not even trying, because you're getting smoother. Your braking's nice. You're getting more confident. You're enjoying the ride. You're learning better because now you're enjoying it more. That's where Moto Jitsu and I talk. Is that you need to. And speaking of which, Moto Jitsu, I got your package, brah. I'm gonna open it up after this. So gaining the confidence is very important, very, very, very important, and that's one of the ways to get rid of your fear. It's actually the main way to get rid of your fear. If you never practice, you never try it, you don't know. You don't know. So that was more of a blanket term. There are great videos online. There are amazing videos on the YouTubes, especially from Moto Jitsu, and then also with me. So definitely check out those videos. Those will actually show you how to do the leans and all that stuff, and how to lean further, how to lean safer, everything. So that's pretty important. So what you really want to do is focus on practice, get some experience, get some confidence. All right. Like I said, that was more of a blanket term. You can apply that to everything. But now we're going to go do some questions and answers. Yeah, Infinite Rida says, I won't say a fear of leaning. It's a fear of messing up your bike. I can lean for days on the sport bike, but leaning my cruiser is totally different. So it does have a different ergonomics, but the bike is the bike is the bike. It's still two wheels. It still has a wheelbase. It still has a rake and lean angle and all that stuff. There's a different technique with cruisers and sport bikes. That's something I learned in the total control class, and you'll find your own unique way of dealing with that. But you can definitely go very far down. Moto Jitsu knee dragged my bike, and I have a cruiser. All right, so I'm gonna be doing an unboxing, a little opening. So I got a package here from DanDanTheFireman. Dan Shea is a wonderful patron, wonderful YouTube member and very active in the community. So thank you very much for sending me something. And then MotoJitsu over here sent me his book. He said he already told me he's bad at surprises. He said he was going to send it to me. So I'm opening the package right here. Thank you. And then MotoJitsu says, gain confidence by having protection on the bike. Yeah, so if you have protection, you can do some really cool practices on it. I'm actually thinking about getting some protection from, what is it called, Reckless manufacturer. So they're like the bunking dudes. Dang, look at all these. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Got all these, bruh. Hey, Bam Bam Bam. How you doing? Boy? What's up, Daniel Martinez on the Facebooks? How you doing, man? How you doing? So we got a book here. Oh, I got more. Got more of these. Guess what I got, boys? MotoJitsu Master Riding Program. Oh, dang. I'm keeping the little personal. I'm going to keep the little personal note to myself. That's cool. I like the graphics and everything, guys. Oh, Eleanor. The protection, what he's talking about is getting like frame sliders or, an engine guard or something like that. Look at that. It gives you the diagrams. This is amazing. It gives you everything. Dang, the graphics. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, and it tells you how to get further information. This is so cool. I like it. I like how in the back it has all the. I'm not gonna give everything out, obviously. I want you guys to check them out. MotoJitsu, bruh. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. I don't have protective pants. Any recommendations, Dan? Oh, Dan, I got your package. I don't know if you're just now joining in. I got your package. I'm gonna open it up pretty soon. Reed Lee's Foreword. Okay. Any protective pants? Tobacco Motorwear makes some really good looking pants, but that's more of a cruiser / cafe look. So that's something you might want to look into. That's something I like, anyways. And then you can also look into I think it's Rakk, ROK. Speed and Strength makes some good stuff. What is the lowest priced helmet I can buy before starting getting into the fake stuff? Now, I wouldn't compromise and try to get super duper fake stuff or super duper cheap things when it comes to the helmet. I would say stick with Bell, Shoei, all those reputable companies, Arai, and get probably their entry level helmets. I mean, that's gonna be probably the best bet for you. Don't go and try to find something super cheap on eBay. You might be finding some fake stuff. So get it from a reputable dealer. If you get it from GetLord or REVZILLA, even those cheap ones or inexpensive ones should be at least DOT. Because I highly doubt REVZILLA and GetLord and any online retailer worth their salt is going to want a lawsuit on their hands for buying a cheap and Chinese knockoff or whatever it is. So I'm going to read the foreword. I'm going to read pretty fast. All right. It's only one page, guys. I'm going to read the foreword real quick. Foreword by Lee Parks. I first spoke with Greg after he took one of our Total Control advanced riding clinics in September 2014 when he messaged me on Facebook telling me how much he loved both the course and the instructors. 2 weeks later, he attended our track clinic with a passion for learning and riding that, to this day, are virtually without peer. With a background in marine training and motorcycle instruction, I was happy to invite him to become an instructor for our beginner, immediate, and advanced riding clinics, which he was able to accomplish faster than any prior candidate. AGV is good. Scorpions are really good. And Snell rating is really good. Constantly practicing on every bike he could get his hands on, Greg, now Fast Eddie, has obtained an impressive level of both riding and teaching abilities. Now with MotoJitsu, he's developed a simple guide for any rider to continue to improve his or her skills no matter which courses they've already taken. MotoJitsu is not meant to replace any formal motorcycle training. It is a clever framework under which any rider can build upon the skills they already possess before going back to more formalized training. I sincerely hope that this tool encourages riders everywhere to shut up and practice. Lee Parks, president of Total Control Incorporated. Boys, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like the whole system, guys. Make sure you check them out. Boom, boom, boom. Definitely check them out. I'm going to go and read it after the stream. I don't want to take up the whole stream reading it to you guys, but now's the time to be asking your questions. And I see something about helmets and stuff, and you definitely MotoJitsu's answering a lot of questions. Now I saw something from Facebook. Daniel Martinez, my stepbrother, wants to start riding a motorcycle. Any recommendations on a first bike or how to choose one? So we've talked about getting a bike, how to get your first bike and what to do and how to do it. Basically, what you want to do is you want to go to your dealership, sit on a bunch of bikes, see what feels comfortable to you. Worry about the CC range later. Worry about the cost later. Just go sit on some bikes and see what you like. You'll be surprised. You might like a naked bike. You might like a sport bike. You might like a cruiser. You might like all those things. What's up, Crazylegs 17? How you doing? You might like all those things, so you definitely want to check them out. And then from there, since you find, let's say, for instance, you like a naked bike, you like one of those bikes that's more of a standard, seating position and everything. Well, then ask the salesperson or salesman or woman or whatever, what kind of bikes are like this? I like this. And then that's where you can start from there. And then from there, you can work with your budget. From there, you can work with financing. From there, you can work with all that other stuff. So definitely look into that. All right. So I'm opening a package from Dan Shea. Boy, he's in the chat. I see him in the chat. Thank you once again for sending me something. Guys, if you want to send me something, now that I'm doing live streams pretty much every day, I will open it online, live. Hopefully it's nothing, that I'd be embarrassed to look at in front of my grandma. I'll double check. I didn't double check this one because I already knew what was coming out. So Dan Shea's here. He's in the house. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. That is freaking badass. Did you make this, man? I don't want to drop it on my laptop. I want to get... It's not going to be in focus, bruh. Hey, Matt. Look at that. Boom. You said this was Damascus? Dude. I got an EDC now. I have no problem, I was going to say, like, walking my doggo. Dan the Bear Hunter. Thank you, man. It's absolutely... I don't even know what to say. It has good weight to it. It feels good. Thank you so much, man. I sound pretty quiet, but here's the things I'm thinking. It's like, how do you get it to look like this? Is it like an acid wash? How did you do that, dude? That's so... I'm mesmerized by it. I like how so you made this though, like all this detail? Holy crap. Ooh, boy. Ooh. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I love it. I never had a nice knife, honestly. Yeah, I've never had a nice knife. That is so... I'm going to stab myself. Watch. Holy crap, dude. Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you. What's up, Gilberto? Gilberto? How you doing? How many cc's does Goldwing have? Because the weight just depends. I'm looking at some bikes or some stuff real quick. Dude, thank you so much, man. 415 layers of steel? Holy crap. Holy crap, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, John, that was a gift from Dan. It's because of him. I've already been able to buy like a couple 6-packs of beer for things. Matt, you're over here, right? Like that thing looks awesome. Matt's sitting right here. So if you guys haven't noticed, I'm in a different area. If this looks anything familiar, like when Matt and I were doing the After the Ride podcast, is because I'm over here at Matt's, and I will be getting off here at 7:20. So in the next 25 minutes, I'll be getting off. That's pretty cool, huh? So in the next 25 minutes, I'll be getting off, and I'll be doing the After the Ride podcast from 7:30 till probably 8:30 or whenever. So, no, that's not Nikki's bread knife, but she's going to love it. She loves knives too. That's pretty sick, huh? Yeah.
You kill Javelina.
I will kill Javelina. Oh, speaking of Javelina, actually not really speaking of Javelina, I forgot to bring the splitter, so we're gonna have to share the same mic.
Yay!
Yay! It's gonna be great. So yeah, so guys, if you're wanting to check us out after this stream, we're gonna be on the After the Ride channel. So make sure you guys check out that channel. There it is. So make sure you subscribe to After the Ride. YouTube.com/After the Ride will be on there after this, but I'm still going to be streaming for another 25 minutes. So don't leave yet. If you guys have questions, please, please, please ask them. I'm here. And then if you have a question for Matt, honestly, he could probably answer them. Let's see. Gilberto. I took an amazing class this weekend offered by Hawthorne, California Police Department. That is so badass. I want to take a police department class. What's up, official stunt heart? How you doing? Anything after 2000 is 1800. Okay, I think you guys are talking about the Goldwing. It's amazing. I was actually going to get a Damascus knife for EDC next weekend, ironically. Justin, dude, I got one this week though. Sucker. Gilberto, yeah. Yeah, it would be fun if you could take one of my classes out here in Tucson. Right now we do it's let's see, Ride Arizona. There you go. That's the class, or that's the company I work with. That's the company that I do things with. So guys, definitely check them out if you haven't already. The link for Patreon, guys, if you want to help me out with Patreon, I haven't really brought it up. The Patreon things, because we did so well last stream that I didn't feel like bringing it up. But here's the thing: is that this next stream goal that we have going on right here is we're trying to get 255 total patrons for this stream goal. We just need 4 more, and it's just patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. And it would be really nice if you would swing on by and double checking everything, see what you like, see if you don't like things. If not, just come on back. Let's see. I suck at holsters, so I didn't send one. That's fine, Dan, dude. That's fine. So how do you feel about people wearing earbuds while riding? I just met someone who gets really pissed if you bring it up. Yeah, that's a little weird. One sec. It's not wanting to post my the Patreon. There we go. Let's see if that works. So the earbuds. I wear earbuds. I wear earbuds. I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with it. Here's the thing: is that if you have it so loud, music-wise, that might be an issue. But I wouldn't worry too much about that because you're already having a ton of wind noise. You're already having a ton of wind noise. You're inside of a helmet. Might be an issue. See you later, Motojitsu, bruh. Thank you for sending me the book. Thank you for the nice support. That'd be awesome. So I typed in the chat right there what the Patreon is, but there you go. Just double checking all my streams. Let me scroll back up. I get distracted easily. Wearing earbuds is fine. Here's the thing: is that you are removing one of your senses, so you're gonna have to compensate with your eyes and your feel and all that other stuff that you have. So definitely, if you're removing the hearing sensory thing, you definitely have to do more head checks. You're gonna definitely have to look around. I don't see anything wrong with it. I do it myself. I actually have a headphone or an earbud in right now, so I can monitor my own audio, and I do the same thing when I'm filming. So I mean, it's just one of those things where you're taking a little bit more risk, but if you have enough skill, it should be fine. So Gilberto, I don't know, for some reason the restream chat thing, it's working on the stream, but it's not working on posting my stuff to you. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do this. So the Patreon, there we go, a little bit better. So the Patreon is right there. And let's go ahead and answer any of these other questions. Hey Dan, how do you go about learning to rev match when downshifting? You just start Crazylegs. You just start feeling it. That's the thing. It's one of those things that you just start feeling. When the bike starts feeling a little wonky, like it feels like it's starting to chug, you go ahead and downshift, get the feeling of the friction zone, clutch control, and that's one of those minor skills, the shifting portion. and the rev matching, that's one of those minor skills that will fix itself with experience. The major skill with the shifting is learning how to downshift and upshift. That's pretty much it. So yeah, that's really all there is on that one. But you'll slowly learn yourself, because every bike's a little bit different. But once again, it's one of those minor skills that will correct itself with experience. Dan, I'm having lunch at a cafe. Must go. So sorry, I can't use my sound. John, it's all right, man. It's all right. So guys, we are at 251 out of 500 patrons. The goal is 255 for this stream. After this stream, before 7:30, I'll be streaming with Matt, Motos with Matt. We'll be on the After the Ride channel, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. So make sure you swing on over to After the Ride. Boom, 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 boom. Just double checking. So if you guys have it, what are my dream bikes? My dream bikes, huh? My dream bike would be right now the FTR 1200S, and the reason why that's my dream bike is because that was the bike that I basically was trying to turn my Sportster into, and it's just now they made a production model, and I really want it, but at the end of the day, I'll probably just be sticking with the Sportster for right now until I can get the truck and trailer so I can go travel and meet you guys. That's part of the 500 Patreon goal, is to go meet you guys. Let's see. Hey Dan, so does it make sense being somewhat confident on leaning going up a corner but not having any confidence when going down the same corner? So going up, your sense of speed, here's the thing, is going up, your sense of speed, you realize, your body and brain realizes that you're having to increase speed. You have like this cushion of, if I just let go of the throttle, I'll slow down. When it comes to going downhill, your sense of speed is still screwed up, but now there's another action you have to do, which is now you have to consciously brake, you have to consciously move things. You can't just let gravity take over. So I think your brain knows, it's the subconscious thing, that your sense of speed is so messed up when you're going downhill on a turn that's where that irrational fear is coming from. And that's something definitely to practice with good posture, body posture, clutch control, throttle control, and being smooth on the handlebars. What's up, Caleb? Timothy Graves, I forgot the downshift before I did a quick stop and I didn't want to shift while I was stopped. Any ideas? Got lucky and was able to get up in third gear. So Timothy, let's say I'm coming up to an intersection and it turns yellow, turns red, like right away, and I decide to stop. I'm in like fifth gear. I'm only able to downshift a third. Let's say fourth. I'm only able to downshift one gear. I'm at a complete stop. I have my clutch fully squeezed. What you can do is you can just keep downshifting. You can just keep downshifting to first. It's perfectly fine. So just click one more down to third, click one more down to second, one more down to first. That's perfectly fine. That's not something that you want to do every single stop. Like you said in your thing, is that you forgot the downshift and you had to do a quick stop. So that's definitely something that you can do in some type of an oopsie or an accident. But definitely start trying to downshift before the you tried, but it didn't want to downshift. Oh, okay. It didn't want to downshift. So there might be a clutch issue, and if it doesn't want to shift while you're fully stopped, you might have to rock your bike back and forth a little bit. Because the grooves and the teeth and all that stuff on the clutch and the chain, I don't know what kind of you have in there. I have a chain in my primary case, and it might not be lined up, so you might have to move the bike forward a little bit for it to be able to shift in the gear. So that might be something. I named that knife Shark Tooth, dude. It looks like a shark tooth. It's a pretty badass knife. Pretty badass knife, boys. So guys, we're at 251 once again. 251 out of 500 patrons. So I don't think we're gonna get 500 this stream, which is I didn't expect. But let's see if we can get 255. I'm gonna go over some of the stuff. Once again, this YouTube stream will be unlisted once we're done. So in order for you to be a part of the live streams on YouTube, you do need to click that notification bell button. That way you're notified when I go live. Because if you miss it, that's it. It's going to be unlisted. It's not going to be private, so you can still see it if you have the link, but it's going to be private, or it's going to be unlisted. So detonator agent, hey Dan, do you think the rules of control on bikes are universal, or would you say even a CBR and a Sportster would have different positioning for leans and counter steering? So the rules of control on bikes are universal. The body positioning and how you apply those rules are a little bit different from a sport bike to a cruiser to an adventure bike. With a sport bike, if you have rear controls and more aggressive handlebars that are super close, you might have to body position a little bit differently, especially with your hands. Because if you try to make a slow speed right-handed turn on a sport bike, it's a little hard because your hand is being jammed into the gas tank. On my Sportster, for instance, I don't have that issue. So I'm going to have to do that a little bit differently on a sport bike versus a cruiser. Now on a cruiser, if I want to make a fast turn, if I want to make a very sharp, like quick, fast, higher speed turn, and I need to get the lean angle, it's a little bit harder on a Sportster, but there's ways of making it happen by body position and moving your feet over and a bunch of other stuff. So I can actually lean pretty hard and lean pretty far off my bike while keeping the bike upright while taking a turn very sharp, and that's something you learn in Total Control. So there is the rule of controls on bikes are universal, just how you apply it is a little different. Dan Shea, what pants do you wear to ride? I wear Speed and Strength Rust and Redemption jeans. I actually really want to get a new pair. I've had these for 6 years or so, 5 to 6 years. So it's about time, anyways. Midnight Marauder, is ABS worth it? ABS is worth it if you accidentally squeeze. Oh, I take that back. If you accidentally grab your brake, it will hopefully prevent lockup if it's well maintained. But if you practice proper braking procedures, you're never going to need ABS. So it's worth it for a just in case type thing. If it's only another $100, $200, or if it comes standard, might as well take it. It doesn't hurt to have it because you can still brake really fast without having to slam on those brakes. So you can actually brake faster if you apply proper braking procedures, and you'll never touch your ABS, and you'll stop sooner than you would if you just slam those brakes. Chris, hey Dan, I didn't think I would join, but what is going on? So we're talking about motorcycle fears. We're using leaning as an example. Leaning is just an example, but everything you apply, just getting more confidence, more practice, that's the main thing. Jovan, Dan, you have a video about gaining the courage to ride again after crashing. I took a tumble and broke some bones, and I'm afraid of freaking out when I get back on. Jovan, that's actually a good question, and I was going to bring it up on the after the ride. I was maybe going to bring it up on after the ride because we're going to talk about getting over different fears and like our own experiences with our own fears or whatever on the bike. So that's a good question. I've never personally, knock on wood, I've had to deal with that issue, so I wouldn't know, but that would be a good question for Matt. If you take the motorcycle course, it's good to have, but not completely necessary ABS. Yeah. Dan Shea says saved him a couple times. It really can, especially when you do that fight or flight thing and you go back to your highest level of training in an emergency situation. If your highest level of training is just slamming those brakes, then yeah, you're going to slam those brakes in emergency. Oh, Patrick Boys just pledged $1. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, bruh. We got 252 patrons now, I think. Let's see if it's going to pop up. Come on, viewer count. Have you been messed up this whole time? Viewer count. Nope, you're still being all messed up. All right, whatever. Will Plaza just subscribed. Thank you so much. Leaning my sport bike is so much fun. Yeah, Crazylegs. Leaning. I've done sport bike. I've done adventure bike. I've done my cruiser, and I have a lot of fun doing it on my cruiser. But on a sport bike, it's just obviously it feels natural. Yeah, Daniel Martinez, watch if you do a donation, so streamlabs.com/DanDanTheFireman, if you go to that website, you can actually donate, and it's Ric Flair. It's Ric Flair, boys. So you can do that or join Patreon. What's up, Joey Sams Jr.? How you doing, boys? So yeah, if you click that link, if you donate during the stream, it will it's gonna let everybody know. Let's see. Let me read some more chit chats. All right. So I ride in Kevlar leggings. I really had to sell. I did not. I must have missed something. Nathan Lowe. What's up, Waylon Wet? How you doing? Nathan Lowe, I find on my R3 the rear brake engages the ABS very easily, but you have to really grab the brake for the front to achieve it. Is that typical of a lot of bikes? So you might actually be pressing pretty hard on the rear brake. If not, and you're just barely tapping and it's applying the ABS, you might have an issue. There might be an issue with that. I just heard something go off. Did my stream go away for a second? Just double checking. No. Yeah, you might be applying a little bit more pressure, just something that you don't notice because you're using your foot instead of your hand. So double check, make sure you're not actually pressing harder than you think you are. And if you're not pressing that hard and it's applying the ABS, then you might want to get that checked. Let me go ahead and refresh this. There we go. The fear I have is when I ride with others, I can't handle the pressure of trying to catch up, or if I'm in front, I get frustrated because I usually end up slowing down the experienced riders. So Gilberto, first of all, do not worry about other riders. If they are causing you to be anxious and they're not letting you know, hey, it's not a big deal, they're not doing their job as experienced riders compared to you. So you want to ride your own ride, man. Ride however you want to ride. If they're in front, and let them have fun. Don't worry about catching up. Do not worry about catching up, ever. If you miss out on a group ride and they take off and you're left behind, it's not that big of a deal, okay? It's not that big of a deal. It's happened to me a few times. Do not worry about it. And if you're in the front, which you should be because you're the newer rider, you're the least experienced rider, then the people that you're riding with shouldn't have an issue. If they're out there trying to get a lot of speed and stuff, then maybe they shouldn't be riding, with an inexperienced rider. They should go do that on their own. Double checking, making sure the streams are doing good. We're still at 251 patrons. Just double checking. At 251, boys. Yeah, what happened? Double checking everything. The heck, what happened? What'd I miss? Anyways, I'm gonna have to go. Sorry, I got a call today, and a drunk driver hit my buddy going 80. My friend had no gear on. Whoa! I just read that, Chris. I'm sorry, dude. I have like all these things I'm having to juggle over here, and that got mixed up, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Yeah, dude. I wouldn't know. I mean, I that sucks. I'm sorry. Crazylegs 17. I took the MSF course on the 9/10 on Ninja 250, and then I bought it myself a Triumph TT 600. Felt off of Facebook as a total gem besides the battery, but that's an easy fix. Yeah, sometimes you can find those things. Bam, bam, bam. You just joined. Bam, 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 boys. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I think we lost one, though. I think we lost a patron. So I think we're still at 251. I think we're at 251. We lost a few. Yeah, we lost a few, like within the stream. So we'll see. I think it might be updating. Who knows? But guys, what is it? 7:12 right now. What's up, Rosemary? How you doing? Yeah, but you just made it to where we didn't lose anything. So thank you so much for that. Appreciate it, bruh. Okay, so that's what that noise is. Okay, so we're skipping some frames. I'm also, here's the thing, guys. I am live streaming on Facebook, and I'm also live streaming on YouTube at the same time. The one on YouTube will go away, so it's gonna go away. It's not going to be, it's gonna be unlisted. So that's what's gonna happen there. And then on Facebook though, it's gonna be absolutely public. So if you want to see this video from the beginning, go over to Facebook, and then you'll be able to see it. So right now, China, Lee Durham Forbes. I'm still scared of leaning during slowish turns. So one thing that can happen is that you're scared of dropping the bike. Obviously, you're scared of falling down. That is a big fear. But one thing that you can really start focusing on is body positioning, getting a good feel of counterbalance and what that really means, having that understanding so that you can start applying a little bit more. And I talk about that in the U-turn video that I did, and I talk about that in the turn from a stop and a figure eight video that I did. So what's up, Brandon? How you doing on the Facebooks? I'm gonna hit like. I'm gonna like your stuffs. Same thing with Gilberto. So what you're gonna need to do is work on your counterbalance, work on all that stuff. I'm trying to see Dwayne. Dwayne, is it choppy to you? Is it choppy to you? Okay, so if it's choppy to you, then this might be a bad experience, your experiment. But what you can really do is you can practice on your slower speed stuff by watching our videos, Motojitsu and myself. But definitely focus on the counterbalancing. Focus on applying the bike one way and you leaning the other way, and that will definitely help out when it comes to getting a good feel of your bike. So go into the parking lot and practicing. If you have to go a little bit fast, make a big wide turn, do that. Make a big wide turn, not a big deal. Then you can start working on getting them smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Let's see. Yeah, so if this restream thing is, I'm also streaming over Wi-Fi and I'm using a laptop. So maybe if I do that at my house with a wired connection, it's not gonna be as bad. Let's see what Dan said. You going to Bible study, or Crazylegs says he's going to Bible study. Thank you for stopping by. If you're in a group ride and you come to an intersection and it turns red, my club president told us to keep going through the red light. What's your thought? If you guys are all in a what is it called? It's not a column. It's whatever. If you guys are all in a big group, I don't see a problem with that because you're keeping everybody safe. And Greg Gutierrez, boys, thank you so much for becoming a patron, bruh. Thank you. Can you dig it? Yeah, boy. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're getting closer. 2:55. I'm gonna be streaming for about 5 more minutes. I'm gonna answer a few more questions. I have no problem as long as everybody is on the same path and everybody understands what's going on. If you have like half the people not going, half the people going, thinking they need to go, it can cause some confusion. So I honestly would do it. I think that's pretty much standard when it comes to motorcycles and group rides. Do you go on neutral when you're stopped at lights? I do personally sometimes because I'm in the middle of talking and I talk with my hands, but safety wise, you should be in first gear. That way you remove the step of having to switch into first if there's an emergency. So you're already ready. Excuse me. When you turn, do you keep your head level to the ground or with the bike? I look where I want to go. So I point my head where I want to go. So, I mean, it might be like this or it might be like this, but my eyes are focused on where I want to go. My head, I turn my head and exaggerate it so I know I have to focus my eyes that way. So think of like a cheetah. If you can just Google a picture of a cheetah chasing something, and you'll see how they're in the middle of a turn or something, their head is looking exactly where they need to go. So do that with your head. Do that with your eyes. And then your head will just move in the way it needs to go. Launch my bike in second gear from a stop, but normally I will sit in first gear at stops. Yeah. Yeah, same thing. I'll go in neutral at a stop just to stretch out my hands, just in case, they're getting a little wonky, Yeah, I'm looking at my notifications. We lost like a few senior crew members over here. It's all good though. It's all good though. Do. Oh, Robert's asking for the password. I'll go and answer that question pretty soon to the DDFM training manual. Yeah, so it seems like the stream is not doing too well when it comes to the video output, and that's just because I'm doing the restream. It's broadcasting to two different websites. So that was a fun experiment. So I'll be heading off, and then Matt and I will be doing after the ride at 7:30ish. I'm making him work on his day off. So make sure you guys go over to that. We're going to be streaming pretty soon on that channel. So I'll be seeing you guys real soon.